Hello and welcome back to Ranked A to Z, a series where I win with each pet in the game at level 3 from A to Z in ranked mode. This time we're taking on another tier 1 in the Bar Guest. Bar Guest, it gives a unique ailment called Spook to the backmost perkless enemy. Spook makes the enemy take +1 more damage per attack. It's kind of like a weaker version of weakness, you know? Which for those who may not be aware, originally it did give weakness as a tier 1. In a tier where there is no counterplay to gaining weakness, and it was kind of broken, especially because you could get weakness like as early as turn 1. You could get like a level 3 Bar Guest and then find a vampire bat that had no trigger limit back when the patch came out, and then you just completely delete teams. Also, make a bit of a misplay here. I think I should have leveled up the Mermal and bought a tier 2, you know, a little early, but it's okay. Next turn we get a level up that we really enjoy. Our opponent here is playing the Golden Pack. They got Goose and they got the Silk Moth. Interesting start. No Opossum, sadly. That's kind of the best tier 1 for Golden Pack. We find a Minotaur here, which is just amazing for the team we're trying to run. We're going to put the Tsuchinoko at a level 1.5 as well because it'll get up to level 2 in battle thanks to its ability. And we'll grab another Mermal as well because, you know what, the higher the levels, the better our Minotaur stats will be because it gets more stats the higher level the friend in front of it is. So thanks to it being level 2, we get plus 4/4 in the middle of battle. And look, they're trying to do a similar thing with the Muskox. Nah. Mine's better. I mean, Minotaur is basically it's a better kangaroo in terms of ability, but it's also like a better muskox in some situations, like right there. So you know what, we'll take it. We're gonna try and look for one more Tsuchinoko onto our level 2, so that'll hit level 3 during battle. Get a lot of stats to our Minotaur, and we'll be looking for some fairy dust to give it more triggers, because Minotaur is just absolutely busted. And it's an amazing tempo option, especially in 1v1, so I'm going to abuse it as much as I can. And, you know, I probably should have bought the gingerbread onto the Tsuchinoko there, but I was really hungry for some more Bar Guest levels, because this is a Bar Guest ranked A to Z. I'm trying to win with the Bar Guest, whether that's an ailment-centered team or not. My opponent here is starting to get some trumpets on board. They've also got a big Hercules beetle, and thanks to their trumpets, I actually lose there, which is, I think that's the first time I've lost this match. Maybe I lost the first round. I don't know, I think I kind of threw the first round on purpose. But anyway, we are going to replace the gingerbread man on our Mermal with a fairy dust to give more triggers to our Minotaur and look to level it up later. But this way we get even more triggers on it, especially with their high attack at the front. Look at this, a 914. It's giving my Minotaur plus 2/2 per attack. That's just absolutely insane. But yeah, here we're going to look for some more pets to kind of support this jump team we've got going. Bar Guest, you know, it's not really like the craziest thing anymore. Also, early Loveland Frogman, you got to take that every time. Bar Guest is not like the most broken, craziest thing in the world anymore, but it's still like pretty decent early, especially because, you know, that +1 damage in the first few turns can actually, you know, it can help a lot, and it falls off pretty quickly. But that's kind of what tier 1 should be, looking at you, other tier 1s in the Unicorn Pack. But, you know, it's still pretty solid for what it needs to do. Plus, the more perks they buy, the less helpful Bar Guest is, because it only targets pets that don't have a perk. And as soon as they get perks on their team, you know, my Bar Guest is basically useless. We'll take the level on the Mermal there just to give our Minotaur an extra stats every time the Mermal attacks. I'm surprised my opponent has never bought a Fig yet. I feel like that's just an obvious buy. Fig is an amazing food perk. It's basically a dolphin ability, but as a food perk, so it'll target the lowest health enemy for 4 damage at the start of battle. But what's crazy is I've got my Minotaur at 2 HP, and they have done if they bought a Fig any turn between like the last few turns, they would be winning right now. Also, for some reason, I guess I'm deciding I'm not gonna level up maybe that's what I was thinking. I was like, well, as soon as they buy a Fig, my Minotaur is dead, so let me look to level up some other pets instead and just go fully focused on Frogman scaling. They've got a Durian now, which, you know, I guess that's pretty good against my team, especially with the stats, but they've still only got a level 1 Muskox, and that just cannot cut it against my team. Really should have bought that Fig. Oh wait, oh, we draw it, take it back. Now they're at 2 hearts, I'm at 5 hearts, and I'm a little worried that we're not going to get the level in time, so really I'm just kind of hard rolling for levels for the Bar Guest. But we get it here, you know, I ignored things like I ignored the Minotaur, ignored all that kind of stuff. And you know what? I'm going to get rid of the Minotaur here. I'm like, you know what? You know what's better than 1/2 base stats? How about 12/12 base stats? You know what? Maybe I can get a fairy dust on it and get some extra scaling every turn too. But yeah, we're looking pretty good. Our opponent here has now brought in a Saiga Antelope, so they're like in a chocolate cake on their Beluga. They're like fully committed into like this Trumpets plus Muskox thing they've got going on. And luckily, we have just enough health on our Behemoth to bring him down to 1 heart, survive the Golden Retriever there. We've got our Barghest to level 3, so we're looking pretty good. Really the things I should be looking for right now is some food perks like melons and such for my team, but the Fairy Dust on the Behemoth will help a lot, give it a lot, make sure that it gets stats from the Frogman there, which is cool. But really, I'm just need to be looking to like close out this game and not let them stage a comeback, especially because if they get enough Trumpets, like that can be really scary. You know, my team doesn't have very high base stats, even with a level 1 Frogman. They get a Niala there, which is annoying. Niala? I always say Niala. I've heard people call it other things. But because the Pita Bread here, we actually lose. That's crazy. Pita Bread coming in clutch. But you know, we're just going to keep jumping. We're just going to keep doing our thing. Maybe get a level 2 Behemoth as well. Why not? I really should probably go for level 2 Frogman. But you know what? We'll get level 2 Behemoth instead because that's also some nice stats. And look, we get another trigger on our Mermal too, which is pretty nice. So we're going to look to see if we can get things done here. And at this point, my opponent, I think they just fully commit into the Trumpets thing here. Okay, they still got the Muskox at the back, but like they're looking to level up the Niala, whatever you want to call it. They really should put like, I mean, the Slug is cool and all, but they really should put like a Niala into their Muskox if they want to really put a dent into my team. But you know what? We'll take the draw or take the little os there. It's okay. We're still at 3 hearts. It may be a little scary, but maybe if I can get the Frogman a little more scaling, which we do here, we'll get more levels, we can get some more scaling, you know, hopefully that'll be really nice. You know, we'll get another Behemoth as well, and I think this is actually the last turn, thanks to our level 2 Frogman. I think we're actually able to get the win here. Let's see what happens. My opponent switches out and grabs a Grizzly Bear, but their Grizzly Bear is actually not going to do that much to our team here. When it finally does trigger, it hits my 2 healthiest enemies, and so we're able to take the win with the level 3 Barghest. But yeah, there you go. Level 3 Barghest took me 7 tries. Golly, I forgot it took me that many tries. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, do all the generic stuff. I'll catch you guys next time. But until then, as always, stay true.